On this month's edition of the FIFA World Cup magazine, we take a dream tour in Kaliningrad. We hit the high notes with Mordovia Saransk fan Viktor Pautov. And we discover a league in Moscow that's giving its players a sense of community. But first, we come to the conclusion of the FIFA Confederations Cup 2017 and a hotly contested final between Germany and Chile. The tournament, which began in St. Petersburg in mid-June, was an important step on the road to next year's World Cup. One figure that has been involved from the very beginning is Paulina Gagarina. The singer performed the closing song at the preliminary draw for the 2018 FIFA World Cup in 2050. And the official draw for the FIFA Confederations Cup, culminating in an opportunity to dazzle audiences in the St. Petersburg Stadium for the closing ceremony of the final.
The Confederations Cup and the upcoming World Cup are historic events for the country. It's an honor for every artist, including myself, to perform at such an important event. Especially here at this sporting arena, you can feel the belief, the energy of the athletes. That winning mentality surrounds you. This is a fabulous stadium, mind-blowing beauty on such an incredible scale. This will truly be one of the most memorable events of my life.
Thousands of fans flocked to the city for the final, creating a party atmosphere. Even those fans of teams already eliminated stuck around to join in the celebrations at the St. Petersburg Stadium.
I'm very happy and thankful for these events, the World Cup and Confederations Cup. There's an opportunity now for people from all over the world to get to know our culture and our people. The upcoming championship is a very historic event for the country. So many things have changed. Sporting facilities are being built. The new stadiums. All of these facilities will have a positive impact. It will also stimulate and inspire the younger generations. I truly hope we manage to improve the level of our football. I think it's important for us to achieve more success in this especially.
With Germany displaying their strength in depth, the 2014 World Champions triumph brought the curtain down on a successful tournament and another important stage in Russia's preparation for 2018.
Everybody has dreams, but not everybody has a chance to realize them. I myself had dreamt for a while of going traveling, but I thought it was impossible because of my disabilities. When you're in a wheelchair, you see no options, no roads outside your window. You think the world is closed and inaccessible to you, but in reality, this isn't true.
In the former Prussian region of Kaliningrad, tourism has taken on a new meaning for certain visitors to the city. Svetlana Nigmatilina and her team have introduced exciting and accessible excursions tailor-made for people with disabilities.
Our project, Dream Travel, is thematic. Each of our tours is aimed at achieving somebody's dream. For example, in our first tour, we invited people that have never seen the sea before. Imagine in this day and age, there are people that have never seen the sea. Our aim for people on our tours is not only to be informed and entertained, but to have no restrictions in their movement, to enjoy each location to the full. Our region has everything: amazing nature, stunning architecture, many accessible places to visit. It is a truly beautiful city and people need to experience this.
Formerly known as Königsberg, the city has a rich history dating back over 700 years. The most popular sites are the collection of gates, forts and towers that form part of the old city walls. All of these locations have been restored to their former glories, Fort Dornhof only opening its doors to the public in the last 5 years. It is, however, a new development in the city that is garnering most attention: the 35,000 capacity Kaliningrad Stadium, host of 4 games at next year's FIFA World Cup.
Of course, there is massive interest and desire to attend such events, especially one as significant as the World Cup. That's why we want to broaden the borders, to help those people that sit at home and watch football on TV, never imagining they could be there themselves. Our aim is to try and help these people achieve this dream. Also, anyone who visits to attend these games, we want to immerse them into the spirit of our region, so they can really see Kaliningrad and feel this city. We want to show them the things that only exist here: our cathedral, Curonian Spit, Baltic seashore, amber, everything that distinguishes Kaliningrad from anywhere else in the world.
Located 650 kilometers southeast of Moscow lies Saransk, the 2018 tournament's smallest host city. The capital of the Republic of Mordovia, it's a vibrant place for culture and sport in the region, with many of its 300,000 inhabitants eager to be involved in the preparations for the FIFA World Cup.
It's a great honour for us to be a host city, but at the same time we have a big responsibility to prepare everything to a high standard. We're not only thinking about hosting the World Cup, we're also thinking about the legacy of the tournament for the city's residents. We want them to benefit from what we are building, that it improves their lives. This is important, and the World Cup is providing the impetus for this development.
The focal point of the city's preparations is the Mordovia Arena. Due to host 4 matches at next year's finals, the venue will have a capacity of 45,000 before being reduced to 30,000 after the tournament. Another key project is the city's new airport. Located just 7 kilometers from the city centre, it will feature a new terminal building and a restructured runway and apron.
There is a large scale of improvements happening here, because at the moment, the airport is only able to handle very small aircraft. After we finish the reconstruction, the airport will be able to receive Boeing 737s and Airbus A320s. There will also be a new terminal, a new runway, and other services that will allow us to handle the increase in passengers comfortably. These new facilities will also enable us to expand our connectivity with other cities and possibly countries.
Due for completion in early 2018, the terminal's design, much like the stadium's look, will reflect local Moldovan culture.
We always approach the design and architecture of the buildings in our city with great attention to detail. And the airport's terminal is no exception. The management of the Republic considered the design very carefully, both the exterior and interior. I think that visitors to the city will really appreciate the look and feel of it.
Along with the airport, the city has been revamping its public transport system. In February 2017, Saransk unveiled the first of 50 new state-of-the-art buses that will be rolled out ahead of the tournament. Along with these new additions, which will make up 90% of the city's buses, a third of Saransk's trolleybuses are also due to be replaced ahead of 2018.
All the projects we have designed and are working on are focused on improving the life of the city's residents and making life in Saransk much more comfortable post-2018. My hope is that all the projects and plans we have will truly become an effective example of the competition's legacy.
With the city's population set to increase by around a third during next year's tournament, Saransk's preparations for 2018 are well in hand and look set to showcase the FIFA World Cup's impact here beyond just the action on show. In Saransk, football revolves around the fortunes of one club, FC Mordovia. And in Viktor Pautov, they have a fan who's perfectly in tune with the team's fortunes.
I was introduced to football by my friend Edward Severyakov. Our team were playing away at Volga Ulyanovsk, and he said to me, "Come to Ulyanovsk with me, it'll be fun." I wasn't sure, but he eventually talked me round. So the two of us and my trombone went to the game together. Since then, when I don't have a performance, I'm always at the stadium.
A member of the local theatre's orchestra for over 50 years, the 75-year-old has become synonymous with match days at Moldovia's home ground, the Start Stadium, leading the fans with his own unique brand of support.
I remember once there was an anniversary celebration at the Drama Theatre. We were due to play, but when we arrived, the master of ceremonies looked at us in a way that made me think we were causing a disturbance. When I tried to leave, they came over and told me to stay where I was. Then they asked the hall full of people, "What is the common link between football and theatre?" Everybody in the room shouted, "Pautov, Pautov," and yes, yes. I'm a regular at all the home games. I always go even when it's cold or frosty or raining. I'm always trying to encourage the players. When they lose, I play When a Black Cat Crosses the Street. When Nikolai Ivanovich was still the boss and the team lost, he would come up to me and say the result was because I played badly. I'd say, "Nikolai Ivanovich, I'm sorry, I'll be better next time." But when they win, I play the Victory Day song with passion and everyone's happy. The team's important to me because they're the pride of Moldovan football. I remember in 2013 when Spartak Moscow came here. We beat them 2-1. The stadium was full, and it was like the whole of Mordovia was here, and everyone was ecstatic. Of course, it's a different story when the team aren't playing well and the fans' expectations aren't being met. An example of this happened last season. They weren't scoring, and players looked like they didn't know how their feet worked. It was awful.
Mordovia currently play in the third tier of Russian football, having been relegated on the final day of the 2016-17 season. But with the support of their biggest fan, the hope is it won't be long until they're hitting the high notes once again.
The Premier League is the dream. It may be some way in the future, but hopefully when we achieve it, I'll be there to play the Victory Day song. Until then, whether the game's going to plan or not, I'll continue to support them in my own way.
The largest river in Russia, the Volga, is a spectacle of natural wonder, beauty, and a source of inspiration for the people who call its banks home.
For Samara, the Volga has always been central to who we are and our culture. It has inspired the people of Samara and other Volga cities across a wide spectrum of arts, including music and design. It has affected creative people like actors and chefs. It challenges people to try new and interesting things. To channel this creativity, we decided to create VolgaFest and invited people from across the region to participate. We wanted to create a platform that showcased art and life on the river. We decided on the festival's location and layout by simply watching what people did on the embankment. For example, we added interesting art exhibitions on the shore to help people view the Volga in a new way. Another thing people enjoy doing on the embankment is sports, so of course we included a sports area. Then for those who are hungry, there are plenty of food stalls to try an interesting array of foods. Finally, for those who have had a good time here and want to buy a souvenir, there is a designer's market.
Now in its second year, the festival has proved to be a huge success. Along with showcasing a variety of artists and activities from across the Volga region, this year's edition attracted an estimated 250,000 visitors over the course of the two-day event.
Honestly, I don't think we truly expected the event to be as popular as it's become. What we're proud of is the festival's atmosphere. Considering the amount of people here, there's an overwhelming friendly and welcoming feel to the event.
A key part of any festival, music plays its role at VolgaFest too. Showcasing a diverse mix of local and international artists, this year's lineup included Nizhny Novgorod natives Uma Thurman. Now based in Moscow, the duo are one of Russia's most popular pop-rock bands.
We're very happy to be here. Even though we currently live in Moscow, it always gives us great joy and happiness to perform next to Mother Volga.
Lots of people attending, wonderful weather. It's a fun event to be a part of.
The festival concluded with an impressive fireworks display. For all of those involved in VolgaFest, it was an exclamation point on an event that's fast becoming as big a part of the cultural landscape here as the river it takes its name from.
I think we are setting the benchmark for all future events. We would like this level of organisation to be maintained, not only for VolgaFest, but for all events in Samara. Good projects don't need to be explained.
In Russia's capital city, home to some of the country's most successful football teams, an alternative league has formed for a small section of its population. Made up of working migrants living in the city, in particular those hailing from the Pamir region of Tajikistan, the league offers them an important social outlet away from home. Thanks to the efforts of one resourceful member of this community, the league now boasts 16 teams vying for position in stadiums across the city.
You know, when a migrant first comes here, he gets a job, spends all of his time at home, and is shy about going out. But when he comes here to the stadium, he sees his fellow countrymen who are relaxed, who are supportive, and he feels a part of something. Football is a key part of this. For the migrants that play in our league, this is their hobby. They know that apart from the hard work that they do here, there is a place to vent their energies. For the rest of the community, they come to watch football. They see their favorite teams and lend their support. Their children play football too. They meet on Sundays and spend quality leisure time together.
There are over 1 million Tajik migrants currently living in Russia, so the league has no problem filling its teams. But its main aim is to create a sense of community. With more and more Tajiks travelling to Russia to seek job opportunities each year, it is an essential vehicle in helping them to settle in the country.
My mother was already here, and I came to be with her. She helped me find a job as a builder. I've loved football since my childhood and played it back home every day. When I started working here, my friends told me about a place we could all get together and play football. Since 2010, when the league began in Moscow, my team, Krysha Mira, have been champions 3 times, and I've been one of the best strikers in the league, the best player. In 2013, a coach from here, Oleg Cherembikov, even took me to Tajikistan to play for a professional football club. Football helps me to strive to improve both my situation and myself. I've learned anything is possible in life.
In the league's short history, the playing level has improved so much that local sponsors now adorn the shirts of competing teams. With the league's popularity growing and talk of it expanding, it might not be too long before a Pamir star turns out for one of the capital's glamour clubs.
If a person used to play football, had a passion for football, he knows that here he might not be playing at the highest level, but he has an opportunity. When he walks onto that pitch to play football, our community watch him. He is their footballer. He's a star to them. He gets a little bit closer to his dreams.